Some presidential candidates are bank owners and not affected by the Naira redesign, says Rabiu Kwankwaso. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. As we get ready for the election on the 25th of February 2023, which is just about 20 days from now, there's been a lot of hit me, I hit you back kind of approach between the candidates, especially the presidential candidates, who are sparing nothing to be able to sell themselves, and in the process of doing that, try to, in quotes, demarket the other candidates. It's a right to freedom of expression, and everybody has been exercising their rights as Nigerians, either you're a presidential candidate or just an ordinary Nigerian, bearing your view about the concerns and the present suffering and predicament faced by Nigerian all over Nigeria. Now let's get to discover what Rabiu Kwankwaso said. The presidential candidate of the new Nigeria's People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has claimed that some of his contemporaries will not be affected by the Naira redesign policy as they are owners of banks. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in October 2022, announced plans to redesign the 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes. Nigerians were asked to deposit old notes before January 31st, 2023. Although the deadline has been moved to February 10th, many Nigerians are still finding it difficult to get new Naira notes. President Muhammadu Buhari, declaring his support for the policy, noted it would deter politicians from mobilizing resources to intimidate voters. Speaking on Sunrise Daily on Channels Television, Kwankwaso alleged that politicians, particularly candidates in the next month's elections, are unaffected by the policy. What the government is saying has to do with people who would want to take too much money. Those who are contesting, like leaders and politicians, they don't know that many of our colleagues, and not only that, people close to them have banks everywhere. So they will lose nothing. PDP as governors and APC as governors. Governors by now would have collected so much money from the banks in their states, and that's the truth. Rabiu Kwankwaso says. Wow, what do we say to this now? Because it's actually true, and people have been saying, oh, this is Rabiu Kwankwaso throwing shade at Peter Obi, because Peter Obi was the chairman of Fidelity Bank, if I'm correct, or one other bank as well. So definitely somebody in that position would definitely have access to funds, and also the fact that APC has governors. You can imagine the number of APC governors we have. And of course, those governors have their bank officials who, with just the snap of the finger, they get whatever Naira notes in whatever denomination and whatever quantity they want. And also, he also said, as it is in APC, so is it in PDP, where the governors also will have friends who are bank managers, who are owners of banks. And so this policy of theirs are definitely favoring this set of people, right? And the people who are now affected, suffering, being in hard situations are the ordinary Nigerians, the pepper seller on the road, the workers, the civil servants who can go to work due to non-availability of funds and all of that. Rabiu Kwankwaso is the presidential flag bearer, as we know, of NNPP and an ex-governor of Kano State. This man has been speaking quite a bit for some time. He's not known to be much of a talker, but he has been granting interviews. And one thing about him, when he wants to drop statements like this, he does it on platforms where, it's intentional. Because with this one that he said this, despite the fact that we know that Peter Obi is whatever, he did not mention Peter Obi's name to say, oh, Peter Obi is a chairman or was the chairman of one or two banks, so of course he will have access to banks. But what he said actually makes sense, whether we like it or not, that some people are positioned already in their position in life in the way that some things will not be stressful for them, because they have it, being the chairman of a bank before, or possibly being in such extreme position as the governor position, or what have you. So I just like the way he drives his point without getting petty. He's somebody that, is not a toxic talking politician. Like we have a lot of our politicians and their spokespersons who are very, very, very toxic in their approach. I must say that. You will just feel that how is this person even able to have rest of mind with the level of toxicity? But he has driven home his point to say this. Yes, we know that happens, but what we are after is a policy will always be of advantage to some people than others, whether we like it or not. Even if the new Naira notes were available, some people, of course, will have access to it first before the other people, right? So definitely there's always that factor that comes to play. But the major thing is that it shouldn't get to this point where majority of Nigerians are lamenting that they are not able to access their money.
President
Not
Muhammadu
one day,
Buhari,
not
and
two,
also
not
the
three, not four,
CBN
not five.
Governor Godwin Emefiele has
And
told
this
us
is
to wait
affecting
10 days
everybody.
out, that things are going to resolve themselves and the scarcity will fizzle out on or by 10th of February 2023. And it's just about 3 days to that day. We are hoping for the best, but as of today, there's still a lot of commotion around banks and people are still not getting access to cash. The POS agents are charging exorbitant amounts, and we are even buying Naira in our own country, Nigeria. Bank apps are still, most of them are now working better than they were days ago, but it's not a smooth or seamless ride. Sometimes you're just stranded. When you're about to buy fuel, you're about to do a transfer, it's not going, network is not good enough, or the bank app is just shut down. All those factors are things that are tiring Nigeria mentally. And do we have a choice but to speak out our displeasure at this badly planned and implemented policy? What's your opinion on this? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and drop your comments. To our existing subscribers, thank you for always joining. And to our new subscribers, thank you. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.